versus London.
After 3 defeats, Westmeath knew that only a victory would suffice against a London side who are also battling to save their status in the Leinster Championship. London were quicker into their stride, with Henry Vaughan leading the way with this early point. With so much at stake, both sides showed signs of nervousness, with Westmeath in particular anxious for goals. James Barrett saved London on this occasion. Thanks to the accuracy of Owen Kelly from the place ball, the visitors were clocking up the scores, and Martin Duggan also added to the tally with this fine effort. Disaster then struck London as Darren Moore was sent off for a second yellow, as London led by 7 points to 4 at the break. Alan Devine quickly reduced the deficit as Westmeath with the extra man ran at their opponents. But points by Vaughan and midfielder David Egan extended the margin back to 4 points. Westmeath were then reduced to 14 when Kieran Curley got a straight red card for this foul on Stephen Frawley. Despite this reverse, Westmeath kept at the task and eventually drew level with this great Liam Varley effort. Moments later, London were reduced to 13 when Conor Hickey got a straight red. And it got worse for the Exiles as Westmeath's greater fitness came into play, with Devine finishing off a move that also involved Owen Price. Devine continued to taunt London and got his side's second goal, with Price again involved to put them 6 points clear, 2-12 to 12 points. Kelly did get a consolation goal for London in added time, but it was too little, too late. While Westmeath also finished with 13 players as Niall O'Brien got a second yellow. So it's Westmeath who will play the winners of the Christy Ring Cup to decide who stays in Leinster next season. It finished Westmeath 2-12, London 1-12.
Well, the question was big questions asked of us in that second half, and you know it'll stand to them today and going forward for the rest of their hurling inter-county career with Westmeath. You know, it is great, and it's a relief because we've got a break at last and winning again, and we've deserved. Our performance has been better than our results, but unfortunately we didn't score enough in games to get the result.
We have put up some excellent performances in the Leinster Championship. I mean, we ran Laois to 3 primes, we drew at Carlow. And to come here today and lose is a bitter disappointment for our year's work. But having said that, we'll regroup and please God we'll come back with the Christy Ring next year.
Today's encounter at O'Moore Park was to decide who would top the round-robin group. Laois enjoyed the better of the early exchanges. This was one of 5 points for Stephen Pickymar in the opening half. Willie Hyland also sent over 5 first-half points. This long-range effort had Laois in front by 5 points to 2 15 minutes in. Antrim were struggling to gain a foothold. Paul Shields was their scorer-in-chief. But once they settled, the scores followed. Conor Johnson showing flashes of his potential with a well-worked point, and at half-time, Laois were in front by 12 points to 8. On the resumption, Antrim flashed over 6 points without reply in the opening 9 minutes, Conor McCann tying up the match. And soon after, Conor Carson put Antrim in front for the first time, and they went on to lead by 14 points to 12. The ever-reliable Stephen Pickymar continued to lead the Laois charge, delivering a much-needed point. Laois's busy schedule was taking its toll on their legs, with their management making 3 quick substitutions in an effort to turn the tide. And Joe Campion made a swift impact. Antrim, though, were still in front by 2 with 12 minutes to play. This exciting tussle was bringing the crowd to life, and with 6 minutes left, Laois were awarded a penalty for a foul on Tommy Fitzgerald. Goalkeeper Owen Riley journeyed upfield to take it, but his opposite number Chris O'Connell was equal to it, a crucial save with a game in the balance. And to their tremendous credit, Antrim withstood the comeback, with late scores here from TJ O'Connell and Conor McCann sealing a deserved victory for the Ulstermen. It finished Antrim 22 points, Laois 20 points.
To come down here and win a game that both teams wanted to win, like, well, it's not so much who you play at the other end of it, but we're just thrilled, you know, confidence wise. It's kind of 5 games in a row after winning, so you know, long may it last, but obviously there's different challenges ahead.
Even though we had a penalty there towards the end, you know, we had a score at that stage, we probably would have pushed on to go in, but have to